Things cleared out. Mother Nature's on our side. It turned out to be a beautiful afternoon, a little windy, but a beautiful afternoon to end our 2025 season here.
Getting a good look at it from the FloRacing drone there is what we're working with here this evening. Here is the event info, what you need to know about the racing tonight, hot laps and qualifying. The first thing that will be on the racetrack here this evening. Then we'll have opening ceremonies, which is set for 7:25. Following that, we will have heat races, 3 of them, 8 laps in distance. We'll have 6 drivers out of those 3 heat races going to the dash. That will be 7 laps in distance. Then we'll have a B main for 12 laps, a Durst dice roll, and of course, a 30-lap, $50,000 to win Bikini Zone All-In Championship Weekend finale. And as I mentioned earlier, $2,000 just to take the green flag in tonight's race. Here are the track facts, what you need to know. 2001 was when this track was created. It's 2/5 of a mile in distance. Some would say it's 4/10 of a mile. And the track record was set by Darren Pittman back in 2001 on April 1st of 12.276 seconds. And Pittman, well, he was the fast time qualifier again last night. But man, you got to feel for the guy as he was leading again. This is 3 October Texas races in a row that Pittman has ran second, but he has another chance here tonight. Tyler, he's locked in basically locked into the dash.
Yeah, he's just got to run top 6 in his heat race here tonight. And I guess the good news for everybody else is he doesn't get to go quick time tonight. Somebody else gets to go quick time tonight. And but yeah, for Darren, you could hear just the frustration in his voice last night. He doesn't get to race a whole lot nowadays. You know, I feel like kind of by his choice. Almost semi-retired kind of thing, but he still got it, and I know he wants to get a win pretty bad, and I think he would definitely take $50,000 as a win here this year.
Yeah, of course, he's a former World of Outlaws winner here at the Texas Motor Speedway dirt track. That came 21 years ago. Here are the odds for tonight. The outright winners, Rico Abreu, last night's winner, and current series point leader, is the favorite at +188. Brad Sweet at +328. Aaron Reitzel at +436, and then Giovanni Selzi at +1,033. Couple of longer shots back there, Marks, Pittman, Timms, and Pursley. And I got to think, I mean, come on, is the 4th time the charm? I'm going to go with Darren Pittman for the Rodman risk. I mean, he can't lead 3 races in a row and run second 3 races in a row and not get a win.
I feel like the odds are definitely in his favor. I feel like you put yourself in position enough times to try and win a race, and usually things fall your way. And yeah, hopefully for your risk and anybody else that's on Darren Pittman tonight, it goes their way as well. So it would be cool to see Darren win. Like I said, he doesn't get to race very often. He's kind of one of the legends of our sport, a former national champion with the World of Outlaws, and just would be a cool way to end our season here with a winner like Darren.
To learn more about it, go to nxtbets.com, and you could see which sports books are available in your region, and you can get a sign-up bonus. That's nxtbets.com/playhlr. Not only do we have $50,000 on the line, not only do we have the championship to decide, we have this as well. What it is going to take to clinch the championship tonight for Rico Abreu, and the odds are in his favor here, Tyler. All he needs to do is finish better than 10th, and he will be declared the 2025 Kubota High-Limit Racing champion. Now, if Aaron Reitzel were to win, he would need Rico to run 11th or worse. And for Brad Sweet, the odds are not exactly in his favor here. If he wins, he needs Rico to finish 19th, and Reitzel has to run 6th. And this is, of course, for the owner's title. When it comes to the driver's title, those same things go for Brad Sweet there. He's 40 back in both the owner and the driver, but Rico's in a really good position going into the finale.
Yeah, I think I would definitely take Rico's position over the other guys. Especially with winning last night and putting himself in a great position to basically be locked into the dash tonight. And it's just a 6-car dash, so he's not really going to start worse than 6th for the feature. As long as he makes that, everything goes his way. And then I did talk to him earlier. Like, obviously everything. He wants to win the championship, but tonight he said, well, tonight still pays $50,000, so I want to go win that. And if their car is as good as it was last night, I think they're not going to have an issue doing something like that.
Yeah, he's going to be tough to beat tonight for sure with the speed he showed here one night ago. Now let's go down to the infield. Tony Laporta hanging out down there in the freshly painted victory lane here at the Texas Motor Speedway dirt track. Tony, it feels like just yesterday that we were starting the season out at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway dirt track. Time flies. We'll do it one more time here tonight.
Yeah, it's crazy how fast the season goes. Time flies when you're having fun. That's the old adage, Chase. And time flies when you are hanging out with the group we get to put these races on with year after year. It's been another successful season here in 2025 for Kubota High Limit Racing, and it truly has been fun. When the drivers and the teams and the car owners feel as relaxed and enjoy their time in the pit area as much as they do on the road with Kubota High Limit Racing. That is a serious compliment to the series and the staff, the promoters that work with the series. I think, like you talked about in the opening, it's been a great year here in 2025 for the series. Also, thanks for noticing my handiwork. I was up all night repainting Victory Lane. I'm glad you noticed that. You can't let a single detail slip when High Limit rolls into town. Texas Motor Speedway does a great job hosting, whether it's in the spring or in the fall. Hey, you talk about the dominance of Rico Abreu. It was back here to start the month of May that Abreu scored his first victory with High Limit of 2025, and since then, he's gone on a tear. He gave a great quote standing right here in Whiskey Myers Victory Lane last night. It was something to the effect of him saying, "It feels strange to be the dog that's being chased, and all they have to do is keep the cat chained up," Brad Sweet, "and keep the villain at bay," Aaron Reitzel. Well, earlier, back in the pit area, Tyler Burnett from FloRacing Content and I got a chance to catch up with Rico, the dog that's being chased, the cat, and the villain, Aaron Reitzel.
I mean, I definitely think it'd be important for us to win the race. So, you know, but not overdrive. I think that's a sentiment that I've tried to really be aware of this season, and just being comfortable in my environment. You know, I feel like these guys have gotten a really good handle on the balance of the race car. So that's obviously given me a lot of confidence going into the race, and just allow everyone to do their jobs. I mean, anything can happen, so it is what it is. But the most important thing is reflecting back on the season and a 12 race win season. You know, hoping to get 13. You know, which is going to put us at 20 this season total. So I just look at it as you know, those Win Warrior stickers on my car, and how important they are to me, and just winning races. I think, you know, you have a team capable of doing that, so that's the ultimate goal for us.
I feel like basically we got to win, and we need some luck, honestly. At the end of the day, we need some luck. Rico's really, really fast. He's really fast here. These style tracks right now, they've got their stuff dialed in, and for some reason we're kind of struggling. Like, we can qualify, we can get in the dash. We just don't make enough speed to drive by cars for whatever reason, and that's what they've got going on. So I don't know, I think we just got to do what we've been doing all year, and we need a little luck.
We're really at peace with whatever happens tonight. I think we're really proud of, you know, the competition that we've had with Rico in the 24 car and the 87 car, you know, with multiple drivers, and then obviously we're in the hunt, but you know, with one race to go, it's up, you know, it's in Rico's hands now, and it's up to them, and all we can do is just go try to win the race. There's 50,000 on the line tonight. You always want to end the year strong, and you never know what's going to happen to the competition. I don't wish, you know, any bad luck upon anybody. We just want to go out and try to do the best that we can tonight, and end on a good note, and kind of celebrate all the hard work. You know, you're not going to win, you know, every time, and there's a lot, you know, as a team that we have to be proud of, and, you know, of all of our accomplishments in the past as well. So we knew the day would come that you know, things wouldn't go our way, and you know, I'm not saying that we've given up by any means, but you know, we know that Rico's team is, you know, going to be awful tough to beat, and we would need you know, the 87 car. So we're definitely the long shot right now, but like I said, just kind of enjoying you know, just being with the guys, being in Texas, finishing the season, and just going out there and trying to hopefully win the race.
25 points is the margin that Rico Abreu holds over Aaron Reitzel and that number 87 from Ridge & Sons Racing for the highly sought-after Owners Championship here in 2025. And it's 40 markers that the driver from St. Helena, California holds over the Big Cat, Brad Sweet. You just heard the 6-time and defending National Sprint Car Champion talk about the time would come. They knew it, that somebody would ultimately best them. And Chase and Tyler, it sure sounds like to me, the way with Brad Sweet talking how he just was, that this could be the dawn of a new age in National 410 Wing Sprint Car Racing. Rico Abreu, he knows what he has to do, finish 10th or better to capture his first ever championship in the sport that he loves so very much. All of that and more is set to unfold when we come back live. It's the Bikini Zone All-In Championship Weekend in Fort Worth, Texas. High Limit comes back live on FloRacing in just a few moments.
First group of Dirt Draft Hot Laps making its way onto the Speedway now for the Bikini Zone All-In Championship Weekend. Let's introduce you to the drivers as they roll onto the Speedway. In turn number 3 right now, he is from Aromas, California. In the Four Cs Construction, Autry Plumbing, SinCal, S&J Lumber, Tally, Sandra Engineering number 14. The driver is Justin Sanders. Justin Sanders in the 14. And making his way down the front straightaway now, the defending series champion out of Grass Valley, California, the Casey Kane Racer Mike Curb, Napa Auto Parts, Brumo's Collection, Roto Rooter, Durst Incorporated number 49. It's the big cat, Brad Sweet. Brad Sweet in car number 49. And one of our Rookie of the Year contenders rolls into turn number 1 now out of Apollo, Pennsylvania. It's the Mositis Motorsports, Ducati of Pittsburgh, Hollywood Blasting Coating, Mountain Mechanical, MAV Motorsports. Number 42, Cy Lynch. Cy Lynch in the 42. And now rolling into turn number 1 from Benton, Arkansas. Behind the wheel, the J.B. Henderson Construction, MPV Logistics, Massey Valley Transportation, Smith Titanium, number 45X. It's Landon Crawley. Landon Crawley in the 45X. Heading towards turn number 2 now from Monrovia, Indiana, and the Skagit Speedway, Race Radine Foundation, Ford Performance, Hager Realty, Routine Management, number 26. It's Justin Peck. Justin Peck in the 26. And the native of El Paso, Texas, now rolling towards the backstretch for the Taco Casa, Massey Valley Transportation, Burkham Contracting, Ryder Racing Engines, number J2, John Carney II. John Carney in the J2. And coming across the flag stand now from Clute, Texas, in the Fulkins Brothers Trucking, Power Plus, STC Global, American Table, Bargain Barn, number 87, it's Aaron Reitzel. Aaron Reitzel in the 87. And the final car in this session, another Rookie of the Year contender from Waco, Texas, driving the all-by-your alternative, Infamous Inc., Bush's Chicken, Flat Rock Ranch, Trex Decking number 9, the quickest chicken, Chase Randall. Chase Randall in car number 9. Green lights come on. The first practice session of the night is underway here at the Bikini Zone All-In Championship Weekend at the Texas Motor Speedway Dirt Track. For those of you just tuning in on FloRacing, we mentioned it earlier on, but there was quite the storm that came through the area here this afternoon and dumped a lot of rain on the track. And so it does look a little bit slippery out there right now. Fastest driver so far is Justin Sanders. And now it's Aaron Reitzel, a 15.694 for him, a 16.162 for Sanders. And then Lynch, Crawley, and Randall the top 5 as Peck makes his way up into the second position at a 16.058. Tyler, what do you think about the track now as compared to at this time last night?
I think it's in a much better spot than it was this time last night. We're definitely a lot quicker on the lap times, and then just being able to see guys run more than one lane already is encouraging for later on here in the night.
No doubt about that as we see the yellow flag come out. And this is something we see quite often with sprint car racing. And when the track is a little bit wet, a little bit slippery out there, we'll have these drivers kind of slowly pace around the track with those big wide tires and help work in the moisture. Aaron Reitzel on your screen, fastest driver so far. His lap time, a 15.438 second time. Justin Sanders in second, make that a 15.852. Cy Lynch in third, a 15.926. Justin Peck fourth, a 15.932. And Chase Randall with a 16.025, the top 5 drivers. Also wanted to mention this, for those of you here in the grandstands, something we are doing for the very first time here tonight, the final race of the year, we're hoping to use it more in 2026, is an app called TrackTune. You're able to listen to the broadcast as the race is happening live and in person. If you're here at the track, you just plug your headphones in, go to TrackTune in the App Store, and you can listen to the race call. You can hear the interviews in the infield, all that good stuff as well. Tyler, you just downloaded it and it's working just fine.
Yeah, absolutely, and it was super simple.
Yeah, that's what I was amazed by.
It didn't look like there was any in-app purchases or I can't even think of the word, but that didn't cost me any money. I signed up with my subscription. That's the word, Tony. Thank you. And but it was super simple. Just email and a password, and I was set up.
Yeah, all you had to do is make that, download the app, and you click on the race that says High Limit, and you can hear the FloRacing broadcast right through your cell phone. Going to be a great addition to the series in 2026. We're hoping to roll that out for every single race next year. Once again, it's called Track Tune. If you want to check it out and you're sitting at home watching on Flow as well. As the green flag comes back out in session number 1, Justin Sanders better on his lap there, a 15.519. Now John Carney up to the top of the board at a 15.329. Track definitely speeding up. Maybe we will see a 14-second lap time, about 0.2 of a second off of that. Now there's a 14-second lap from Brad Sweet to a 14.926. He is surpassed by Aaron Reitzel with a 14.845. Checkered flag has fallen, and that will do it for session number 1 of Dirt Draft Hot Laps tonight. Aaron Reitzel will maintain his status at the top of the speed charts with a 14.845 second time. Brad Sweet second, a 14.926, and John Carney third at a 14.936. The only 3 drivers in that 14-second bracket so far. Cy Lynch in fourth, 15.011, and Justin Peck, a 15.023. Sanders, Randall, and Crawley, the other 3 drivers on the track. Tony Laporta, let's go down to you.
Hey, another quick reminder, Track Tune taking off here tonight with Kubota High Limit Racing. Another quick update for the fans in the grandstands. Looks like T-shirt trailers are going to close at 7:30 p.m. tonight. So all of the drivers and the teams bring their T-shirt trailers to the track. Those are going to close at 7:30 tonight. It's for a good reason. Bikini Zone, this weekend's presenting sponsor, is celebrating all of the women of Kubota High Limit Racing, and they're going to be throwing a sweet party for all the ladies that work in the merchandise trailer. So if you want to get some merchandise, and I promise you do, get back there before 7:30 because the trailers will be closing around that time.
Thank you very much for that update there, Tony, as we now see group number 2 of Dirt Draft Hot Laps rolling onto the track now. First car getting fired off. He is from Rio Linda, California. It's the El Toro Building Supply, Desert Rose Casino, Smith Titanium, BC Motorsports. Number 11, it's the Rocket, Roger Crockett. Roger Crockett in car number 11. And the defending All-In Championship weekend winner here at Texas, off at turn number 4 now, out of Myerstown, Pennsylvania, the M&M Painting and Construction, the Guru Equipment Auctions, Baps Paint, Livewire Customs number 19. It's the Banana Mobile of Brent Marks. Brent Marks in the 19. And rolling into turn number 1 now, another yellow and black car. It's Dason Pursley. He's out of Locust Grove, Oklahoma, on the Pella Avanti Windows and Doors, Big Spring Car Wash, Water Treatment by Design, Juniata Concrete number 13. Making his way down the backstretch, it's the 19-year-old driver from Lubbock, Texas, and the Horizon Whiskey, Nice Cretan Landis, ShopTruckParts.com, PhilPools.com, High Performance Lubricants number 5 of Brenham Crouch. Brenham Crouch in the number 5. Rolling down the backstretch now out of Sand Springs, Oklahoma, in the Beaver Drill and Tools, Saw Drill Manufacturing, Bleeding the Swords of the Heartland, Beaver Racing Project number 12X. That's Hank Davis. Hank Davis in the 12X. And there is Ayrton Jennington. He's out of Gravois Mills, Missouri, in the Bernie brand hot sauce, Wet Steps, High Performance Lubricants, Hip and Gravel number 3. Final car on the track in this session from Crandall, Texas, the Precision Repro Graphics, Smiley's Race Products, Classic Starter and Alternator, Synergy Construction number 4 of Austin Mundy. Austin Mundy in the 4. As we are well underway with session number 2. Roger Crockett is actually tied with Aaron Reitzel. Now Crouch goes to the top of the board, as does Dason Pursley and Brent Marks. Brent Marks down to a 14.478. Pursley at a 14.598, and Crouch at a 14.690. Excuse me, as Crouch is wet back up the board as I was saying that. As the yellow flag is displayed, it looks like Marks will be fastest, and it looks like we will do another slow wheel pack session here prior to these drivers going under green flag conditions once again. But the lap time for Marks, 14.478, with Crouch second, 14.577. Pursley in third, a 14.598. Davis fourth, a 14.805. And then Aaron Reitzel from Group 1 is sitting in the 5th position. Roger Crockett, Brad Sweet, John Carney, Cy Lynch, and Justin Peck. There's a look at the crew chief of the CJB Motorsports car, Barry Jackson, Man, that guy's got, I'm sure he's got plenty of stories, and we've heard them before.
He has a lot of stories, and I asked him if he was going to tell a couple of them tomorrow night at the banquet. He said he was not speaking, which I called baloney on. I think he'll end up talking, but no, I did talk to him about exactly what he's doing right now. He said he wanted to watch his car from the infield here tonight to start the night. He felt like he kind of let Brenham down a little bit at the beginning of the night with setup on qualifying, so he wanted to go down there and get a little bit better of an idea of how the car was working and acting, and try and put themselves in the best position to go and try and get a win tonight.
I like that. Barry Jackson getting up close and personal with his race car here tonight at the Texas Motor Speedway dirt track, and it's been paying off here recently. We've been singing the praises of Crouch here the last month or two. He didn't have any top fives all of last season. He's got 3 now in the last 2 months, and he also has quite a few top 10s. He only had 2 all of last year. Crouch has bumped that number up to 11 top 10s on the season, including a 3rd place at Port Royal Speedway's best finish of the year. At the Tuscarora 50 weekend, that's a pretty good weekend of cars to run 3rd with.
That's a pretty good weekend to run well on, and we've seen Brenham grow as a race car driver this season, and I think it's all the praises to Barry and the team at CJB. He's got Austin, who was kind of with him last year a little bit with his dad's team, and they seem like they got a good package and some chemistry going along with it.
Yeah, it definitely seems as if that is the case, as there is Hank Davis as he gets back up to speed during this second practice session of the night. We'll have one more practice session, then we'll get into the locked-in drivers as they will get a hot lap session as well. We'll tell you more about that as we get to that point in the night. Austin Mundy making his way into turn number 1. Saw Austin Mundy's mom in the elevator making her way up to the booth here. She said, "Thank you so much for saying my son's name right." I said, it's not that hard. I thought it was an easy one.
Yeah, I don't know. I wonder how there's other ways to pronounce that.
Mundy.
Okay. Yeah. I can see that, but that wouldn't be the first thought across my head.
Definitely not. As the checkered flag comes out, we do see some faster lap times as we see a couple more drivers finishing up their final practice lap. And so that's going to do it for session number 2. We're down into the 14.3 second bracket. Brent Marks, a 14.356 shows the way. Dason Pursley second, 14.374. Then Hank Davis in third at a 14.409. Ayrton Jennington fourth at 14.541. And Brenham Crouch a 14.577. Those are the top 5 fastest drivers. Crockett, Reitzel, Mundy, Sweet, and Carney top 10 with session number 3 rolling trackside now. Session number 3 is led onto the Speedway by one of our Race Redeem Foundation Rookie of the Year contenders. Out of Northport, Florida, the Global Link, Moxie Sports Advisors, NRC Truck Conversions, Tar Heel Property Group, Eastern Middle Signs, number 24D, the Florida man, Danny Sams III. Danny Sams in the 24D. And lined up next to him on the back straightaway from St. Mary's, New South Wales, Australia, the Excel Compression, One Man and a Dog Lawn Care, Micah Tool by American Oil. Number 2B, it's Ian Madsen. Ian Madsen in the 2B. And Ian's outside from Altoona, Iowa, in the Country Builders Construction, Ochiko West, Bosma Family Farms, Tucker Trucking, number 88W, the Big Unit, Austin McCarl. Austin McCarl in the 88W. And the 2025 Knoxville Nationals champion gets fired off now on the back straightaway out of Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. The Hampel Oil, Joel Pigeon Trucking, Raw Machinery, CP Mining and Excavating, number 10 of Ryan Timms. Ryan Timms in the number 10. Rolling towards turn 3 now, it's the driver from Minden, Nevada in the JST Motorsports, the Ritual, Smith Titanium Factory Kane, Maxwell Racing Oils, number 88, Tanner Thorson. Tanner Thorson in the 88. And from Caddo Mills, Texas, the Texas Racing Specialties, Pickle Me Salsa, Jones Jet Services, Noah Jones Racing, number 4X, Heath Nestrick. Heath Nestrick in the 4X. And the driver that made his Highlander Racing debut here last night and put it in the show from Spring, Texas, the Quality Turbo, CSI Services, AccuFab, number 0 of Eric Baldacini. Eric Baldacini in the 0. I was pretty impressed last night with Baldacini there, Tyler.
Pretty impressive for not racing a 410 for 15 years.
15 years. He'd never been in a 410. Ended up 20th in the feature here yesterday. Never seen Texas Motor Speedway, never seen High Limit. And 15 years between 410 start for Baldacini yesterday. That was cool to see for him and that team. As drivers are up to speed here in this third hot lap session of the night. Austin McCarl goes up to the 11th spot here. Ian Madsen to 6th quick at a 14.638. Baldacini up to the 12th position. Now Ryan Timms and Tanner Thorson bump their way into the top 3 positions, with Thorson at the top, 14.223 for the Rod Gross Motorsports 88. And Heath Nestrick has an issue. He is slowing down the front straightaway. And he's going to take a hard left into the infill in the front stretch and take that car right down the tunnel and back towards the pit area. So a problem there for another driver that made his high limit debut here yesterday. As Nestrick heads down the tunnel. We mentioned Dirt Draft. They are the sponsor of Hot Laps for every single high limit racing event in 2025. And Tyler's gotten so good at talking about the sponsors and promoting everything. Tyler, we might as well let you take it away.
Yeah, no, Dirt Draft is a fun app that you can do with all your friends or really people across the country and the world. You go and set up a lineup. You know, you get a set salary cap, then you go pick drivers, fitting that salary cap, and the first 50 subscribers that are new subscribers get a $20 promo code to my website, shopsunshine.shop, and go get you a discount on some of my merch.
Absolutely. Very cool promotion that Dirt Draft and Sunshine are doing here. They've been doing it for the last couple of weeks here with High Limit Racing, as we see Tanner Thorson remaining at the top of the speed charts here with just a lap or so left to go in this session. As the yellow flag is waved once again, Thorson's lap time's a 14.223. Brent Marks second, Ryan Timms third, Jason Pursley fourth, and Hank Davis fifth. So only driver that get in the top 5 there was Thorson. Danny Sams is in this group. He was 6th quick. Ayrton Jennison 7th. Austin McCarl is in this group. He's 8th overall. Then Brenham Crouch and Ian Madsen. Looks like we are going to slowly pace around just a little bit more here to make sure the track is in great shape before we get into Capital Custom Trailer qualifying. As you're looking at Tanner Thorson, who's had, I don't know, would you say it's been a breakout year, Tyler, or no?
I think it's kind of hard to say Tanner Thorson breaking out because he's been around and been on top of his game, being a Chili Bowl champion, a USAC National Midget champion.
Maybe a breakout year in wing sprint cars.
Wing sprint car, right? I think he's definitely shown that he's in this for the long haul, and building his program and building his team up to be a national contender. And they've knocked out 2 wins this year, and it's been fun to watch, right? And I know he still feels like he probably struggles at tracks like this, and but that's all part of building a program, and especially like him and his crew. Like it's a lot of them on their own. I know they have Lee on the phone and things like that, but a lot of trial and error, and they run a whole completely different package than anybody else in the pit area. And sometimes it puts you on an island. When it works, it's great. When you're on that island and it's not working, though, it's a little frustrating. Yeah,
I heard Tanner mention that in an interview with Wing Nation here just recently. Kind of said that same exact thing. Thorson was 10th in the feature here yesterday, 7th in the point standings heading into tonight with 2 wins, 12 top 5s, and 29 top 10s on the season. As we get back underway with Dirt Draft Hot Laps here. Before we get into, or after this session, we will get into the 3 lock-in drivers. They'll get a couple of laps as well before they get into their heat races. As Austin McCarl makes his way down the back straightaway. Ian Madsen, a solid run last night with that Brett Becker 2B. First night behind the wheels, a last-minute thing that came together. Ian mentioned it in his interview last night with Tony Laporta on the front straightaway. Last-minute deal, and Madsen ended up 17th in last night's AMA. Danny Sams up into the 5th position here on the speed charts. 14.392. Austin McCarl 7th, and Ian Madsen in 10th. Ryan Timms out there as well. He's in the 3rd position. Checkered is out, and that will do it for session number 3 of practice. Tanner Thorson will maintain his spot at the top of the charts. 14.223 for the driver out of Minden, Nevada, now living in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. Brent Marks 2nd, Ryan Timms 3rd, Jason Pursley 4th, and Danny Sams in 5th. Hank Davis, Austin McCarl, Ayrton Jennison, Brenham Crouch, and Ian Madsen, your 10 fastest drivers. So the drivers you see now rolling onto the Speedway, they're the top 3 from last night's A-main event. And under the High Limit Racing rule book, when we go to the same track 2 nights in a row with the normal status quo format with the series, those top 3 do not have to qualify for the second night's race, and so they will each start 4th in the 3 heat races here this evening. So Rico, he'll start first, or make that 4th in heat race number 1. Darren Pittman will start 4th in heat race number 2, and Giovanni Scelzi will start 4th in heat race number 3. And as long as they stay in the top 6 finishing positions, they will then go to the dash with the heat race winner. And so that's why these guys are kind of having their own practice session together, and so they will not be qualifying here tonight. There is Rico Abreu. He's the current series point leader and last night's feature winner, driving car number 24. That is the Rico Abreu Curve Agajanian Racing Swan Island Sheet Metal Jackson Superhero Foundation Spankins Motorsports entry. And making his way to turn 1 now, last night's fast qualifier from Owasso, Oklahoma. The Interstate Batteries, Glenville Station, Jetco, Kreitz Oval Track Parts, 69K of Darren Pittman. Darren Pittman in the 69K. And from Fresno, California, the NOS Energy Drink, Spire Motorsports, Elliot's Custom Trailers and Cards, Brand Professional Agriculture, Cambridge, number 7 BC, Hot Sauce, Giovanni Scelzi. So Scelzi, Abreu, and Pittman, the 3 cars out there, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd in yesterday's A-main event. We'll see if any of them jump up into the top 5. Thorson's lap, and Pittman immediately goes to the top of the board by almost 0.2 of a second, of 14.046. Abreu's 3rd on his opening lap, 14.256, and Scelzi is 7th at a 14.386. Pittman still in the 14.02 bracket on lap number 2. Meanwhile, Abreu down to a 14.4, and Scelzi at the checkered flag, also a 14.4. And so that, I believe, is going to do it for hot laps here tonight, if I am not mistaken. Darren Pittman, quickest overall, 14.046 seconds for the number 69K car. Tanner Thorson second, 14.223. Rico Abreu third, a 14.256. Brett Marks fourth, 14.356. And fifth, Ryan Timms, a 14.373. So now it's time for qualifying, presented by Capital Custom Trailers and Coaches. Qualifying, 2 cars on the track at the same time. They will go 2 laps around the track. Their best lap time will set them up for a heat race later on in the program. Capital Renegade Custom Trailers and Coaches is the #1 Renegade Toterhome dealer and the #1 Intech trailer dealer. No one sells more Toterhomes or Intech trailers than Capital Renegade Custom Trailers and Coaches. If you're in the market for a Toterhome or a trailer, trust the people that are there in the pits with you and that support the sport. Check out their complete lineup at www.capitalrenegade.com. Have a moment or two, as now we're pushing cars onto the track. The first 2 qualifiers hitting the Speedway now. Up first, from Aromas, California, the Four Seas Construction, Autry Plumbing, Sincal, S&J Lumber, Tally, Sander Engineering, number 14. Here is Justin Sanders. And out of Waco, Texas, in the all-by-your alternative, Infamous Inc., Bush's Chicken, Flint Rock Ranch, Trex Decking, number 9. It's the quickest chicken, Chase Randall. Sanders on lap 1's a 14.105, 14.105. That would have been second in hot laps earlier on. Good lap there for Sanders. Lap 1 for Randall, a 14.488, 14.488. Lap number 2 for Justin Sanders is going to slow down to a 14.182. First lap was better, 14.105. And for the quickest chicken, lap number 2, he will slow down to a 14.562. He'll take the first lap, 14.488. Randall second, and Sanders will set the bar for our 22 qualifiers tonight. Up next, it's the guy with 11 quick times on the year from Clute, Texas, in the Focus Brothers Trucking Power Plus STC Global American Table Bargain Bar number 87. It's Aaron Reitzel. And out of Monrovia, Indiana, the Skagit Speedway Race Redeem Foundation for Performance Hager Realty Rooney Management 26. Justin Peck. Lap 1 for Reitzel, second quick, 14.262, 14.262. Justin Peck, his opening lap is fourth quick, a 14.512, 14.512. Aaron Reitzel finished up 6th in the feature last night. Lap 2 for him is going to slow down to a 14.652. First lap considerably better, 14.262. And for Peck on lap number 2, he will slow down as well to a 14.710. His first lap was faster at 14.512 seconds. Sanders remains at the top. Two more qualifiers hitting the Speedway now out of Apollo, Pennsylvania. The Mosinus Motorsports, Ducati of Pittsburgh, Hollywood Blessing, Coating, Mount Mechanical, Mav Motorsports, number 42. Here is Cy Lynch. And from Benton, Arkansas, in the J.B. Henderson Construction, MPV Logistics, Machine Transportation, Smith Titanium, number 45X, Landon Crawley. Lap 1 for Lynch is second quick, 14.164. Lap 1 for Landon Crawley. He'll go fourth quick, a 14.316. 14.316. But that opening lap for Lynch, a very good one. 11th in yesterday's main event for Cy. Lap number 2, he'll go slower, 14.536. And for Landon Crawley on lap number 2, he will slow down as well to a 14.921. First lap better, 14.316. But Cy Lynch now second quick at a 1.4.164. Here comes the defending series champion on the racetrack out of Grass Valley, California. The Casey Kane race with Mike Curb, Nav Auto Parts, Brumo's Collection, Roto Rooter, Durst Incorporated, number 49. It's the Big Cat, Brad Sweet. And from El Paso, Texas, the Taco Casa, Machine Auto Transportation, Burkham Contracting, Ryder Racing Engines, number J2 of John Carney II. Lap 1 for Brad Sweet to the top, 14.013, 14.013. John Carney, 8th quick on his first lap, 14.872, 14.872. Brad Sweet through the middle in 3 and 4. Lap number 2 is going to slow down just a tick to a 14.020. First one better by 7/1000 of a second. And for Carney, he's better on lap time, but stays 8th quick at a 14.822. But Brad Sweet now goes to the top of the board in Capital Custom Trailer qualifying. Two more drivers set to take time. Out of Gravois Mills, Missouri, the Bernine brand Hot Sods, Wet Seps, High Performance Lubricants, Hibden Gravel, number 3 of Ayrton Genitin. And the Sand Springs, Oklahoma driver, Beaver Drill and Tools, Sondro Manufacturing, Bleeding the Swords of the Heartland, Beaver Racing Project, number 12X of Hank Davis. Genitin on lap 1. He'll go P6 at a 14.396, 14.396. Hank Davis first lap, 7th quick, a 14.449, 14.449. Genitin with new paint scheme on board the car this weekend. Lap 2 is going to slow down to a 14.465. First one better, 14.396. Hank Davis, lap 2, he'll slow down as well, 14.474. And that first lap just slightly better at a 14.449. Genitin 6th and 7th for Hank Davis. 10 cars in, 12 to go here in qualifying. Next up out of Myerstown, Pennsylvania, in the M&M Painting and Construction, McGrew Equipment Auctions, Babs Paint, Livewire Customs, number 19, it's Brent Marks. And from Rio Linda, California, the El Toro Building Supply, Desert Rose Casino, Smith Titanium, BC Motorsports, number 11 of Roger Crockett. Roger Crockett, the 11, Brent Marks in the 19. Marks on lap 1, second quick, 14.064, 14.064. Roger Crockett, 5th quick on lap 1, a 14.259, 14.259. Brent Marks through the middle in turns 3 and 4. Lap number 2, he'll slow down to a 14.147. First lap better, 14.064. Roger Crockett, he'll improve again. 5th quick still at a 14.235. So Brent Marks 2nd and Roger Crockett 5th after 12 cars here in Capital Custom Trailer qualifying. From Locust Grove, Oklahoma, the Pella, Avanti Windows and Doors, Big Spring Car Wash, Water Treatment by Design, Juliana Concrete, number 13. Here is Jason Persley. And out of Crandall, Texas, the Precision Repro Graphics, Smiley's Race Products, Classic Starter and Alternator, Synergy Construction, number 4 of Austin Mundy. Lap 1 for Persley is 8th quick, 14.325, 14.325. Austin Mundy, lap 1. He'll be 13th overall at a 14.699, 14.699. Decent Persley trying the middle in 3 and 4. Lap number 2 going to slow down to a 14.440. First lap faster, 14.325. And for Austin Mundy, he goes faster, but still 13th overall at a 14.544. Mundy 13th and Persley 8th out of 14 drivers so far. From Lubbock, Texas, here's the Horizon Whiskey, Nice Cretan Landis, ShopTruckParts.com, Philpools.com, High Performance Lubricants, number 5, it's Brenham Crouch. And from St. Mary's, New South Wales, Australia, the Excel Compression, One Man and a Dog Lawn Care, Micah Tool, Buy American Oil, number 2, BF Ian Madsen. Brenham Crouch, first lap is going to be 7th overall, 14.314, 14.314. Ian Madsen into the top 10 on lap number 1 at a 14.342, 14.342. Lap number 2 for Brenham Crouch, 6 quick, 14.237, 1.4237. And for Ian Madsen, he'll slow down just a tick to a 14.392. First lap better at a 14.342, 10th for Madsen, and 6th for Crouch. Your next 2 qualifiers getting up to speed out of Altoona, Iowa. The Country Builders Construction, Ochiko West, Boswell Family Farms, Tucker Trucking, number 88W. Here is the big unit, Austin McCarl. And from Spring, Texas, and the Quality Turbo, CSI Services, AccuFab. Number 0, it's Eric Baldacini, and Baldacini's wing has collapsed the left side panel. Lap 1 for McCarl is 8th quick. It's a 14.266 Baldacini, a 15.190. Surely the handling is not so good on the 0 as he makes his way down the back straightaway. McCarl, lap number 2, will slow down to a 14.321. And for Baldacini, it's going to be a 15.390. But Baldacini, that did not go according to plan, as he'll end up 18th of 18 cars so far. From Minden, Nevada, the JST Motorsports, the Ritual, Smith Titanium, Factory Cane, Maxima Racing Oils, number 88. The driver is Tanner Thorson. And also on the track out of Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, the Hampel Oil, Joel Pigeon Trucking, Raw Machinery, CP Mining, and Excavating, number 10 of Ryan Timms. Ryan Timms in 10, Tanner Thorson in 88. Thorson, 9th quick on lap 1, 14.301, 14.301. Ryan Timms, his opening lap time is going to be 15th quick, a 14.464, 14.464. Tanner Thorson lap number 2 slower, 14.344. First lap better, 14.301. And for Ryan Timms, lap number 2 going to slow down to a 14.531. He'll take the first one at 14.464 seconds. And here is our final qualifier of the night, getting up to speed from Northport, Florida. The Global Link, Boxy Sports Advisors, NRC Truck Conversions, Tar Heel Property Group, Eastern Metal Signs, number 24D, it's Danny Sams III. Danny Sams III in the 24D. Danny finished 23rd in last night's main event. Lap 1 for the Florida man is going to be 16th quick, a 14.471, 14.471. Danny Sams 13th in the point standings with 1 win on the year, 1 top 5 and 4 top 10s. Lap number 2 for Danny Sams. He'll slow down. It's a 14.666. He'll take the first lap, 14.471. Danny Sams 16th. And now we do actually have one more qualifier getting onto the racetrack now. And that will then wrap up time trials here this evening. Your final qualifier comes to us out of Caddo Mills, Texas. Behind the wheel of the Texas Racing Specialties, Pickle Me Salsa, Jones Jet Services, Noah Jones Racing. Number 4X, it's Heath Nestrick. Heath Nestrick in the 4X. Nestrick made his Highland Racing debut last night, did not make the feature. Lap 1 is 21st. It's a 14.890, 14.890. Heath Nestrick was 15th here with the Oil Capital Racing Sprint cars back in 2024. This is just his third, make that his 4th 410 start of the season. Lap 2, some smoke trailing out of the back. It's slower, a 15.032. He will stick with the first one at a 14.890. And so that is going to do it for Capital Custom Trailer qualifying here tonight. How about it for your fast qualifier in car number 49, the Big Cat, Brad Sweet. 14.013 seconds to top the speed charts. Brent Marks 2nd, Justin Sanders 3rd, Cy Lynch 4th, Roger Crockett in 5th, Brenham Crouch 6th, Aaron Reitzel 7th, 8th to Austin McCarl, 9th to Tanner Thorson, and 10th to Landon Crawley. But Sweet able to just stick the middle there, Tyler.
Yeah, and he said it earlier in the pre-race show that he's a long shot tonight, but he's obviously not going down without a fight. And their car looked really good there, and he's put himself in a good spot to put himself in the dash tonight and try to end his season on the best note possible.
Brad Sweet ends up at the top of the speed charts. And before we go to this break on FloRacing, race fans, want to mention to you, we will have Fan Fest here tonight going on until 7:15. If you don't know what Fan Fest is, it's all the drivers going back to their t-shirt trailers behind the main grandstand to sign autographs, take pictures, and sell merchandise. So if you'd like to meet your favorite driver, go back behind the grandstands and make sure to grab a t-shirt, get a picture, get an autograph. And remember, the t-shirt trailer area will close tonight. at 7:30. So that's going to be your last time to get merchandise from the drivers here this evening is during this Fan Fest taking place from right now until 7:15. We highly encourage you to check that out and meet your favorite driver. We'll be back with more here on FloRacing after this quick break.
I'm Brad Sweet. You're watching Kubota High Limit Racing on FloRacing.
Introducing the My Kubota app. With My Kubota, connecting with your local dealer is easier than ever. Find them with just a tap and contact them quickly for any assistance you need. Access comprehensive resources like how-to guides, owner's manuals, fault codes, maintenance schedules, and more. Everything you need to keep your Kubota running smoothly. Download the app today.
Race cars.
Laps to go. Corner number 4 at the line. Bringing it over.
Capital Custom Trailers and Coaches. We are the #1 Renegade Toterhome dealer and the #1 Intech and Bravo Sprint Car Trailer dealer. No one sells more Toterhomes and Sprint Car Trailers than we do. Check out our complete lineup at capitalrenegade.com. If you're in the market for a Toterhome or a trailer, trust the people that are in the pits with you and that support the sport.
Winning doesn't just happen. You have to engineer it. You have to test it and make it better than it was the last time. Our engineers have the passion to create the parts you need, the way you need them to be, again and again and again. We've led this game for over 40 years, and we design, refine, and perfect every valve train part worthy of the winner's circle.
DMI is a leading manufacturer of steering, suspension, and driveline components of the sprint car industry. The line of Bulldog quick change rears featured unmatched reliability, innovation, and strength. DMI T-Rex torsion bars are the choice of the sport's top professionals who demand consistency and performance. DMI Bulldog components are proudly made in the USA in our Lancaster, Pennsylvania manufacturing facility. Visit diversifiedracing.com to learn more about the complete line of DMI racing components and Bulldog quick change rears.
Did you see us at the High Limit West Coast Swing? You got a glimpse of the craftsmanship, the precision, the performance potential. Handcrafted in America, wedge carts are built by racers for racers. Engineered for speed, handling, and durability. From the West Coast Swing to your home track, when it's time to race, it's time to get the wedge edge.
Hey you, the confident, unstoppable you. At Bikini Zone, smooth confidence starts with comfort. Our anti-bump shave gel lets you see exactly where you're shaving without the guesswork and irritation, just smooth, feel-good skin. Soothe instantly with our lidocaine cream and gel. No razor bumps, no regrets. And for stubborn ingrowns, our ingrown hair patch calms redness fast, keeping you confident and carefree. Bikini Zone, smooth confidence in every season.
All right, it's just me. Chase had to use the restroom, so I guess I'll handle this for now. I do know that we have some Bernie hot sauce that we were going to try. We got a sample from Ayrton Geniton and his new sponsor, and Chase got us a couple samples to try out.
Yeah, Tyler, we did. Ayrton Geniton, he's got that new sponsor on the car here this weekend, and man, FanFest is jam-packed.
It is. That is the purpose of it. Hopefully all the drivers from over there that have t-shirt trailers. I know I have my t-shirt trailer here. I'm sorry I'm fulfilling my duties here with FloRacing that I'm not down there to sign. I do appreciate all the fans that have reached out really since my injury and have been super supportive through this whole process. And it's been amazing, and I'm on the mend, and hopefully I'll be back here next year, not in the booth in the race car and down there signing autographs for everybody.
Well, you did say you just got a text, and it sounds like there's still a ton of people supporting the trailer down there, even though you're not there.
Yeah, and I appreciate all of it and everyone that's helped me and my fiance Asia and really everyone through this whole situation. And it's definitely not a situation anyone wants to be in, but you guys have made it a lot easier, and it does not go unnoticed.
Yeah, it's definitely a cool thing that Heileman's been doing here is this Fan Fest. We try to do it at every single race when we have the time to make it happen. But now let's talk about something else. Ayrton Geniton, he's got a special sponsor here this weekend with a new paint scheme on the car with Bernie brand hot sauce. And I believe Bernie is a town here in Texas, if I'm not mistaken. That's where they got the name of it. But they've got us some samples here. So I've got the honey bonnet here. I've been told that's the hot one.
And that's the one that's on his race car.
Yes.
It's got the honey dripping down the front. So.
We'll have to show you a picture of the race car if you haven't seen it yet. But yeah, and we don't have any food to try, so we're just gonna do like a little
finger test, right?
Yeah, I guess. I'm trying not to spill this all over the place, but apparently this is the hot one. It's kind of like some orange or some reddish color, so we'll give it a little. Oh yeah, that's hot. And I think it gets hotter progressively. And
and I made a mess.
I've been told that hot sauce is really good for your voice as an announcer. So, but have you tried it yet? Like besides just now?
Nope, just now. This is the first time, and
So
yeah, it is hot.
It is definitely
It's hot.
Now let's bring Tony Laporte into this because he has a different flavor. We've got the honey bonnet up here, and we're going to try the other one here in just a moment, Tony. But what do you have down there?
Chase, first I want to compliment you on your transition skills. You guys were talking about the Fan Fest and how much fun that is, and then you just go, now let's talk about something else. And
Hot sauce.
We get into the Bernie brand hot sauce. This is what I've got down here, Smokin' Red. That's crazy, Chase. You know why? Because that was my nickname in high school.
That's shocking.
But what I really like about the label here is it actually has a pronunciation guide up on the back side of the label. Because when you read it, you don't really think Bernie, but I'm told that's the town, I believe, is where it's from. And it's got it right there, Burn E. How fun is that, Bernie?
Now that is fun because it's also funny because that's how I have it on my notes, on my announcing notes. I have it as written out like that, Bernie.
Phonetically. Yeah, there we go.
I can't spell that, but yeah, Bernie. Now let's give this one a shot there, Tyler. It's called Original Jalapeno Everyday Sauce. So this is, you put it on your cereal, on your eggs, on your tacos, whatever you want. So I'm going to get, this one is green. It's a green salsa. So I'm going to get little
Try to not to spill all.
Yeah, we got some on the floor. It's all right, though.
Sorry, Texas Motor Speedway.
So that one, Tony, I'm not sure if you had the original jalapeno, but that one is fantastic. I would use that on anything, including my Honey Nut Cheerios.
That one's pretty good.
Yeah.
That one's definitely if you're not a super spicy person, I would choose that one over the other one. But if you do like spices, that other one is very tasty.
Hold on. You would put Bernie's brand hot sauce on what, Chase?
That's just how good it is, Tony. Honey Nut Cheerios, I'm telling you. It would be a good combo.
I don't even see you eating Honey Nut Cheerios.
No, I get them all the time. Heart healthy.
That's crazy because Honey Nut Cheerio was Chase's nickname in high school. That's what's wild about this whole thing.
Yeah.
I've got the Smokin' Red. It's really, really good. Let's take a quick little hit of this. How have you guys been inserting yours? Because I haven't been watching. So
Inserting? I'm not sure that's the right word.
Woo!
Yeah.
It's good. It's good. I think it would go good on anything except Honey Nut Cheerios. It's very tasty. It's got a bold flavor profile. That's how they describe Chase. And yeah, let's look at the calories here. There is 0 in this. So this is something that I'm able to consume, and there's no protein. That's a bummer. There is 2% of your daily recommended income of sodium.
Intake,
whatever, Chase. You didn't know what phonetic meant a minute ago. Yeah, this stuff's good. I mean, I really do like it. It's cool when a brand outside of sprint car racing wants to come into the sport and team up with a driver and a team. They're on the car with Ayrton Genitin for this weekend here in Fort Worth, Texas, and then they're going to be on the car again when Power I comes to the Texas Motor Speedway dirt track, and they've been activating out at the local Walmart. I think the one in Roanoke, I believe.
Yeah.
And Ayrton said that the guys brought him some barbecue earlier today. They put Bernie brand hot sauce all over that stuff. And it's just lip smacking good. I mean, I can't quit drinking this stuff down here. I think that means I have an iron deficiency, perhaps.
Tony, you're giving your best Guy Fieri impression down there, drinking it straight out of the bottle. Now, that is a good way to sell a product with that face right there. Yeah. That's what we're talking about.
It's good. This stuff gets you. This stuff puts lead in your pencil almost as much as watching some close wheel-to-wheel Kubota.
That'll stand up the hair on the back of your neck right there.
Well, it won't stand the hair up on the top of my head. You missed that joke right there, Chase. But no, this stuff's awesome. It's great to see a brand come in and want to be a part of sprint car racing. That's always a good thing, right?
Absolutely is. The last time we were here, we had Rainbow Nut Butter come up here and give us some samples of that with Kyle Busch in the booth. And now we've got the Bernie brand hot sauce up here. So good luck to Ayrton Genitin, and thanks for letting us have some of this this incredible hot sauce. The green one, I'm going to have to get some of my own here, Tyler, because, I mean, that stuff is tasty. I mean, it is the perfect blend of taste and the perfect blend of spice, right? It's not too hot. So,
yeah, I would agree.
Yeah, absolutely. So Ayrton Genitin, good luck to him. And now let's jump into last night's highlight reel, because if you were not here, shame on you. A fantastic racing surface for the drivers to compete on, and it was Rico Abreu with nerves of steel, with all the pressure on top of him, able to make the pass for the win, the midway portion of last night's race here at the All-In Championship weekend. We are green. Feature at Texas is underway. Darren Pittman with the lead into turn number 1. Deason Persley got to the left rear, but Pittman with momentum going to have the race lead down the back straightaway. Rico quickly into the third spot by the 7BC of Giovanni Selzi. He's now challenged down low by Aaron Reitzel. Reitzel pulls up next to Selzi down the front straightaway. They go side by side into turn number 1. Reitzel slides with the racetrack, can't get there in time. Selzi maintains the 4th spot off of turn number 2. Brent Marks making quick work of a couple of cars. He's gotten by Ryan Timms and Cy Lynch. The defending All-In Championship weekend winner is now almost into the top 5. Traffic could definitely be the deciding factor in this one. Ryan Timms around the bottom trying to find a way by Brent Marks. He will do so down the front straightaway. Ryan Timms back up to 6th, and to bring Brad Sweet with him. Sweet underneath the Brent Marks slides up the racetrack. They get close off of turn number 2 as Marks may have kissed the wall on the back straightaway. Brent Marks still has the 7th spot, slides it up to the cushion. That might give the spot to Brad Sweet, and indeed it does. Brad Sweet's now up to the 8th position in car number 49.
The middle is going to start coming in here in 3 and 4 too, where everybody's kind of ran the bottom and throwing some good dirt into the, and you got Rico running, sliding Dason here for 2nd.
Rico Abreu now into the 2nd spot. Persley has a run. Can he do anything with it down the back straightaway? Rico is going to run the middle, as Tyler just mentioned, off of turn number 4, side by side for 2nd. Rico still has the spot across the start-finish line. He now begins to pursue Darren Pittman down the back straightaway, and the lap cars are just ahead of him, side by side in front of your race leader. Pittman trying to keep that car square off of turn number 4 and maintain the drive. And the interstate batteries number 69K. Rico Abreu that time by the start-finish line. The lead for Pittman, 1.3 seconds.
Yeah, and it's just, Darren just hasn't done quite as good of a job getting through lap traffic as Rico has here, and he can't quite get off a 4 like Rico is. Rico's way down on the bottom. Darren's trying to run the top, the middle part, and here you go. There's Rico passing for the lead.
Rico takes the top spot into turn number 1, right across the nose of Darren Pittman. They still got to work through the lap cars, who are all right around the bottom. Rico goes to the top, opens up the inside for Darren Pittman. He might take the lead back way off of turn number 4. Side by side across the line, too close to call. Abreu still on the lead. Pittman tries to throw a short slider, can't get there in time. Abreu maintains the race lead around the outside and down the back straightaway, but he's not out of it quite yet. Still a lot of cars in his racing line, and Deason Persley on the top looks like he's closing in, Tyler.
Yeah, you keep these guys side by side for much longer. Dason's going to be right in the picture.
Deason Persley trying to get back into the picture for the race lead. Abreu to the outside of Ayrton Genitin. Genitin's in his racing line, but a nice move there from Abreu to cut him off into turn 3 and hit the bottom side of the racetrack in turn number 4. Giovanni Selzi sits in 4th. Brad Sweet makes his way by Aaron Reitzel. Moves Sweet from 9th and now into the 5th position as we are 15 laps into this 25-lap main event. And Darren Pittman will not go away from Rico Abreu. Abreu gets to the top of the exit of turn number 4. Dason Pursley, Giovanni Selzy, they close in on the 2013 World of Outlaws champion. Pittman with 2 lap cars between himself and the race leader. Third place up for grabs. Dason Pursley trying to get around the outside of John Carney. He'll float it through the middle. Off the bottom comes Giovanni Selzy. Side by side for third. Gio's got it at the line. Giovanni Selzy now up to third. Brad Sweet underneath the Pursley. He'll take fourth and turn 2.
It's a lock-in spot for tomorrow, too.
Keep that in mind. Got to be in the top 3 if you want to lock into the feature for tomorrow night's finale. Brad Sweet and Dason Pursley going at it for 4th off at turn number 4. Brad Sweet needs one more spot to lock in and keep himself right in the thick of the championship. 2 laps to go for your race leader. Darren Pittman still cannot get by the 0 of Eric Baldacchini, and he's got the 7BC of Giovanni Selzy in third, starting to close in a little bit as Abreu's going to come off of turn number 4 and see the white flag. 1 lap to go at the Bikini Zone All-In Championship weekend. Abreu plugs the right rear into the cushion in turn number 1 with a huge lead over Darren Pittman. Down the back straightaway for the final time. Rico is going to get the job done on the second to last race of the year. Abreu wins at Texas. Second will be Pittman over Gio, just barely. Selzy in third, Sweet fourth, and Pursley in fifth. Rico Abreu able to pick up his 12th High Limit Racing win of the year and his 19th overall in 2025. And we mentioned before that highlight reel got underway, Tyler, was the track surface. We heard Gio mention it in his interview, one of the best that they potentially had in the 5 or 6 races we've had here with High Limit.
Yeah, I would agree, and I think we're trending that direction to have the same, if not maybe a little bit better here tonight. The bottom, I saw guys get to use it in hot laps more than they did last night, which means it's going to be available earlier in the night, which will get us a multi-lane racetrack earlier in the night and then make it a super technical one for the feature, which is what we want as fans and as drivers. You kind of like it being technical because then it forces you to tune your abilities in and get everything out of your race car that you can.
Speaking of tune, we want to mention our new deal we've got here tonight for the first time ever. It's called Track Tune. It's an app on your phone for the race fans here at the track, and it is geolocated, so you can only listen to it if you're in the quadrants of the racetrack. So that's another thing I did not mention earlier. Okay. So you have to be at the racetrack for it to work. It's called Track Tune in the App Store, and if you're a fan, you bring some headphones to the track, and we're hoping to do this every race next year. You can listen to the Flow broadcast. You can hear the announcers. You can hear the interviews. You can hear the things going on in the work area. So if you're a fan here tonight, download Track Tune to your iPhone and check it out. It is no subscription required. It is a free app that you can use here this evening. Let's take a break. Once again here on Flow, we're getting closer and closer to opening ceremonies here at the Bikini Zone All-In Championship season finale.
I'm Danny Sams, and you're watching Kubota High Limit Racing live on FloRacing.
Established in 1983, FK Rod Ends has been the industry leader for both midget and micro racing. Family owned and operated, we take pride in our products and our name because we know you value yours. Visit our website, www.fkrodends.com, to find out how you can join our winning team. FK Rod Ends. To beat the best, you've got to use the best.
Is it all a fever dream? I'm burning gasoline. And Rico goes back to the high side. Gets his windshield. Into the turn now. Look to the inside of turn 1.
Abreu to the outside. Major contact.
Save your lunch money for.
Welcome to the High Limit Room.
My first car was, I don't know the year of it, but it wasn't new. It was like a maroon Nissan Pathfinder, manual transmission. I remember like if I turned too far, it would blow the power steering line off. So I had to make sure not to blow the power steering line off, so I didn't ever turn too far. But I didn't have it very long. I don't remember because there was like a cash for clunkers, you know, kind of promo going on. So my parents traded it in and got themselves a new car, and then I got the other hand-me-down, which was a Camry.
Introducing the My Kubota app. With My Kubota, connecting with your local dealer is easier than ever. Find them with just a tap and contact them quickly for any assistance you need. Access comprehensive resources like how-to guides, owner's manuals, fault codes, maintenance schedules, and more. Everything you need to keep your Kubota running smoothly. Download the app today.
For nearly half a century, Power Plus has been delivering industrial-grade power solutions to businesses all across America. Whether your job site is in a remote location or you have a critical infrastructure site requiring absolute reliability, we have the expertise, passion, and commitment to keep you plugged in so you can keep building, communicating, protecting, and improving lives. We're Power Plus, and across this great nation, our people have dedicated themselves to providing you power when you need it, where you need it.
We got them racked, we got them stacked, and we've got the grandstands packed.
Super healthy for sprint car racing and compete for a championship.
You can feel the buzz around. We want to race the best guys every night.
Whole different level.
This is the high limit room. It's the home of 24 high rollers.
It's the final dance in 2025 with Kubota Highland Racing here at the Texas Motor Speedway dirt track in Fort Worth. Just wrapping up Fan Fest. We're about 10 minutes or so away from opening ceremonies officially getting underway for the Bikini Zone All-In Championship season finale. And with that season finale comes, of course, the point standings, which will show you now. The owner standings, we've documented it very well, that Aaron Reitzel 25 behind Rico Abreu, and the Casey Kane Racing with Mike Curb 49 is 40 points back. I should have said the Ridge & Sons Racing 87 is 25 behind. And the next closest battle back behind there, Tyler, is going to be, with your car involved here, the Clausen Marshall 7BC, 166, and then Brent Marks at minus 185. So about 19 points between those two. And that's really the closest battle we've got here for the rest of the top 10.
Yeah, and it's not a huge difference really for, for this year, right? Like I think it's $7,500 difference for the points payout, but for your 2-year running average, a fourth versus a fifth is going to be a big difference when you get to that second year of your average position. So it may not seem very big at this point, but it can turn very big in a couple years here.
The other one that's close, it's off the screen there, is Cy Lynch in the Mercedes Motorsports 42, about 30 or so points behind the CJB car. And so that one could be debated by the end of the night as well for a top 10 finish in the owner's standings. Now here is the driver points as well. And Brad Sweet still mathematically eligible to win this championship tonight as he is 40 behind. We showed you the scenarios that need to happen for Sweet to win. Basically, he needs to win the race and Rico needs to run about 19th. The odds of that are not very good, but it's still cool to have a 51 race schedule, Tyler, and it still come down to the last race of the season.
Yeah, and I think it's just been it's been brewing all year, right? Like Brad would get the points lead and something would happen to him. Then I think at one point I took the points lead, something happened to me the next night. Rico took the points lead, something happened to him. Aaron took the points lead, something happened to him. Just a lot of things that happened throughout this entire season. And, it looked like a couple times that one guy might, just sneak out away and take off with the championship. Then something would happen. And going into last night, it was 9 points.
Yep.
For the owner's championship. It was, 28 to Brad. So obviously, Rico winning last night really, put the, obviously you can't say it's signed, sealed, delivered at this point, but he put himself in a really great position tonight to dethrone the big cat and Brad Sweet.
Absolutely. It's going to be crazy if it does happen, and it's looking like that could be the case as those driver's points make their way off of the screen as the final time that you will see them here in 2025. You might see them tomorrow night as well if you decide to watch the Highland Racing Banquet, which will be live on FloRacing, both FloRacing.com and the FloRacing YouTube. It was on the FloRacing Facebook page last year as well. And so if you'd like to, take a look at the banquet, it would be a great way for people to kind of know a little bit more about the drivers.
Yeah, you get to see another side of race car drivers, right? A little bit more laid back, and a couple of them might have a couple of adult beverages in them that kind of breaks breaks them out a little bit, and just a great time. We had an awesome time last year, and I'd imagine just with everybody kind of being back for the second year of it, knowing a little bit more what's going on and how it works. I don't see it being less fun this year than last year. So it's an exciting time, and I know the whole team here at iLimit and Kendra Jacobs, they put a lot of effort into the banquet, and we'd love if everybody tuned in and enjoyed it with us.
We know one guy that had some fun at the banquet last year after a couple of adult beverages was Ricky Warner. And last night, during this after the checker session with Brian Walker, he was able to catch up and talk about his win and the chase for the championship here with one night to go.
After the checkers, night one at Texas Motor Speedway, the Bikini Zone All-In Championship weekend here at TMS. Talking with, not Rico tonight, picked up the win, crew chief Ricky Warner. I want to, right out of the gate, nobody in the sport probably knows better than you. Just how stressful is points racing?
You can't detail enough. So it's like you double check everything and do everything you can. Plus, you're racing with really good guys that can, get their stuff right on any given night and really give you trouble. So it's, you just gotta, it's just pay attention to detail and put the best track on, or best car on the track you can every night and just try to race.
I want to go back a few years. Obviously, your tenure with Donnie Schatz, Tony Stewart, very well documented, and your success there. You kind of fell off the road a little bit, right? You worked with Kerry Madsen part-time. You weren't out on the road. Why join Rico Abreu and what he's building here and come back full-time?
I mean, back then I got cancer, and we were doing some, me have to go to the doctors and stuff, and then I, came off the road, did the Ford stuff for a while, raced with Tony for a little bit, and then Rico called, that following winter, and it was a way to have it. He told me at the time it'd be an easier schedule. We were only going to race 40 times, but now it's turned into I'm back on the road full time again, running for a championship. So it is what it is, and I'm happy to do it with him. I think if we can pull this off tomorrow, to win your first one, that's your best one, because it's never, Knoxville, the championship, anything's never as good as your first one. So I'd just be happy to help him and help him achieve his goal.
I want to talk about the team real quick. Zach Middlebrooks, Brady Forbrook. What is it like working with them as a unit, and mainly your role too? Like, are you focused on the shocks, the bars? Does everyone kind of know their role? What is like a night with RAR like?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the night, the final call comes down to me. But them guys, Brady's real serious about doing the tires, has a lot of knowledge on that. Zach, nothing falls off the car. He's the car chief, takes care of everything from the front bumper to the rear bumper. I take care of the motor stuff during the day, do the shocks, do the setup. We kind of all get together before the feature and kind of, talk about what we're going to do and what we think's the best. So we kind of try to do it as a team, because it's more fun for them if they, if they have a part in it and stuff like that. And I just think it's, it's just better for the team to create more depth on what's going on. If I'm the only one that knows what I'm doing, it's kind of hard for them to learn and kind of be on your page, So I try to, help. They're young and everything, and to do a really good job and take it really serious. So, and that's what we need. That's what you need to do to win these races. And yeah, it's good going up and down the road with them. Brady has way more energy than me, and he makes it fun. And Zach takes care of all the heavy lifting for the team.
Gap is 25 points going in tomorrow, 10th or better, and you're national champions. I heard you want it to rain out.
I mean, it'd be nice not having a rain date, but it is what it is, and we'll just have to see what we get.
Yep. That's Ricky Warner, crew chief of Rico Abreu. They're going for a title tomorrow.
Always great to hear from Ricky Warner, and as you can see from in the grandstands, there is a lot of Rico Abreu t-shirts that we see from outside the front of the glass here inside the announcer's booth. But man, Ricky Warner, talk about a legend, and he's worked with so many great drivers. And hey, look, that kid's going to see himself down on the big screen also wearing a Rico Abreu t-shirt. And Ricky, him and Rico have really been hitting on all cylinders, not only this year, but last year as well. They had a lot of wins. Obviously, they didn't get the championship with High Limit Racing, but to come back a year later and win almost 20 races, I mean, that's impressive.
Yeah, and I think it's just, I think that's the longer tenure that they've had together, the better they've gotten. And to go for a championship, I think you see Ricky Warner molding Rico into a championship driver. Obviously, Ricky's been a part of a lot of successful years with Donnie Schatz and Tony Stewart Racing to win that many championships and races. You see it kind of rub off on Rico, and Rico's taken it upon himself to really mold himself into a championship driver as well. Winning these races is important, but winning a championship cements you in the sport for forever. So it's been cool. There's no one really more respected in the pit area probably than Ricky Warner, and it's an honor to call him a friend and a competitor as well.
Yeah, it's great to have him out on the road with High Limit Racing full time. And with that being said, it looks like we are now ready to get into opening ceremonies tonight. So for that, let's go back downstairs for Tony Laporta.
Thanks so much, Chase. We are down here at the base of the front stretch grandstand, and golly, it's a good-looking crowd. Texas, what do you think? Are you ready to have some fun tonight? We are here in Fort Worth, Texas, at the Texas Motor Speedway dirt track, ready to wrap up the 2025 season, as well as night number 2, the Bikini Zone All-In Championship Weekend. But before we can do that, very grateful to have a special guest join us. Folks, if you've been watching High Limit this season, you know all about the Chasm win sticker that goes on the tail tank of drivers who score feature victories in 2025. Scott Kaufman with Chasm is here. And Scott, it's such a cool program that you guys have with the win stickers and the win boxes. But let's go all the way back to the beginning. And first of all, explain to people what Chasm means, what it stands for.
It's a very simple thing. Chasm stands for compression absorbing seat mount. So basically, we got tired of seeing people you know, breaking their backs. So somebody had to do something. So we started with a very crude sample to start with, and then as years have gone by and 8 years later, we've came out with something that seems to work really well.
I would say so, and of course, we probably don't have the time to get into the actual nitty-gritty, totally technical explanation of it, but for me and for all these fans here and those watching home on Flow, can you give us a brief explanation of the technology and how the seat system keeps drivers safe inside?
Basically what it is it's a piston assembly that we use impact foam inside the pistons. And each foam is designated for the driver's weight. We don't just say one size fits this guy, one guy fits this guy. It goes off of weight, so we have a weight for a child, 120 to 160, 160 to 220, and then we have the big guy's foam. So basically what we've done is we've calculated everything to where the impacts can be absorbed off of body weight.
Okay, and so this didn't just show up, right? Like, you guys have been a part of High Limit starting in 2025, but it's not like you just woke up on January 1st and thought, hey, let's make this seat system. You guys have been developing this technology for quite a while.
Now, Ron Shaver and I have been working on it since 2015. We didn't really release it to the public until 2021 or 2022. But we had to go do our testing. We went to Cape, we did our testing. We found out that our system will take 68% of the impact off of the driver, which is huge because it's very easy for these drivers to get hurt. And if we have a way that we can minimize the injuries, it's a no-brainer.
It's an amazing piece of technology, and drivers and their families around the country are benefiting from your guys' hard work all the time. If someone who is watching this is a driver or loves or is friends with a driver and wants to help them stay safer behind the wheel of their race car, where can they go and how can they get their hands on a Chasm safety product?
www.chasmsafetyproducts.com. You can go on and you can watch the test videos. You can see the crash test dummies that take the impacts. You can basically see everything to answer all your questions, because anytime we come out with something new in racing, it's very hard to get a business started in racing, especially for safety, because everybody doesn't want change. Well, technology changes, so we're actually creating a new technology that will keep people safer.
Scott, it's an incredible piece of technology. I think we all owe Scott a round of applause for working so hard to keep these drivers safe. Thank you for being here. Thank you for partnering with High Limit in 2025, and we can't wait to learn more.
Okay, thank you very much.
Again, owner of Chasm Safety Products, Scott Kaufman. One more big round of applause. Texas Motor Speedway. The sport of sprint car racing sure is dangerous, but it is exciting, and thanks to people like Scott and Ron Shaver who are working harder and harder every day to make it safer. So with that, it's time to officially kick off opening ceremonies down here at the base of the grandstands. I'd like to ask everyone in attendance with us here tonight, if you are able at this time to please rise as we welcome to lead us in tonight's invocation from Racers for Christ, Texas Motor Speedway. Would you please welcome Miss Lori Cutter.
Let's ask for a blessing. Father God, we come with grateful hearts gathered at Texas Motor Speedway for the final race of the Kubota High Limit season. Thank you for your protection one last time as our drivers strap in tonight. We honor America's armed forces, veterans, and all who defend our freedoms, even our freedoms to race. Be their constant companion and bring them home safely. Thank you for your passionate fans here and watching on Flow, for the loyalty and support through every lap this season. Thank you for your coverings, Lord, this season, for guiding the teams through highs and lows, redeeming, restoring, and healing injured drivers. Your word reminds us, faith as small as a mustard seed moves mountains. What began as a midweek racing idea, you planted and grew, opening doors, drawing gifted people, filling stands across the nation. Down to the wire to crown our champions, you've shown nothing is impossible. We celebrate your goodness and faithfulness over our High Limit family. Grant travel mercies as all head home. May winter renew strength, passion, and hope, bring in a harvest of new competitors, sponsors, and fans. We pray this in your precious name. In Jesus' name, amen.
Thank you, Lori. Fans, at this time, we ask that you please remain standing as we honor America with the live performance of tonight's national anthem. Texas Motor Speedway Dirt Track, would you please welcome back once again from right here in Fort Worth, Texas for tonight's live performance of the national anthem, Miss Carly Blankenship.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Hey, how about it one more time for Carly Blankenship? All right, Fort Worth, Texas, talk to me one more time. Hey, Texas, you guys know how to do this part. The stars at night are big and bright. It is time to go racing deep in the heart of Texas. It's time to wrap up the 2025 season, and that means it's time to go all in with Kubota High Limit Racing.
You know I'm never gonna slack. You know I'm never gonna slack. Come back. Never gon' slack, never gon' slack. Never gon' slack, never gon' slack. Never gon' slack, never gon' slack. Never gon' slack, never gon' slack.
The first heat race of the night is getting pushed off now. It's presented by TJ Forged Wheels. Here is the lineup for this first 8-lap heat race of the night. On the pole from Grass Valley, California, the Casey Kane Racer Mike Curb, Napa Auto Parts, Brumo's Collection, Roto Rooter, Durst Incorporated, number 49, it's Brad Sweet, and it was outside from Apollo, Pennsylvania. In the Mosinas Motorsports, Ducati of Pittsburgh, Hollywood Blasting Coating, Mountain Mechanical, Mav Motorsports, number 42, that is Cy Lynch. Starting third at Clute, Texas, the Fulkins Brothers Trucking, Power Plus, STC Global American Table Bargain Barn, number 87, Aaron Reitzel, and at his outside, it's the current series point leader out of St. Helena, California, the Rico Abreu, Curb Agitating Racing, Swan Island Sheet Metal, Jackson Superhero Foundation, Spankins Motorsports, number 24, Rico Abreu. Starting fifth out of Benton, Arkansas, the J.B. Henderson Construction, MPV Logistics, Mesquite Valley Transportation, Smith Titanium, number 45X, Landon Crawley, and to his outside from Gravelly Mills, Missouri, and the Bernie Brand Hot Sauce, Wet Steps, High Performance Lubricants, Hibden Gravel, number 3, Ayrton Genitin. Starting in 7th from Northport, Florida, it's Danny Sams III, and his outside of Crandall, Texas, number 4 of Austin Mundy. And the final starter from Spring, Texas, it's Eric Baldacini in the 0. Coming to green, 8 laps in distance. The fourth place starter of Rico Abreu must stay inside the top 6 to go to the dash as we come to the green in TJ Ford's heat race number 1. Close call down the front straightaway between the right rear of Brad Sweet and the left front of Cy Lynch. That's going to allow Brad Sweet to shoot out with the race lead 3 wide for third off of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Abreu's got the spot away, but Landon Crawley looking good early in this one. He gets circled by Aaron Wright. So how about the top 3 in the points?
I was getting ready to say, I just noticed that we have the top 3 in the points that we've been talking about for the last 2 months. They all end up in the same heat race here on the final night.
Unbelievable stuff as the track is already in excellent shape. We got 2 lanes of racing to work with. Landon Crawley back underneath of Aaron Reitzel, who slips over the cushion in turn number 4. Crawley gets back by the 87 car into turn number 1. Landon Crawley now starting to close in a little bit on Rico Abreu as they roll into turn number 2. Up front, your race leader is the 49 of Brad Sweet. Cy Lynch is having a great weekend here in Texas, sitting in the 2nd spot. Abreu in 3rd. Crawley 4th. Aaron Reitzel 5th. And then it's Ayrton Jennison, Danny Sams, Austin Mundy, and the 0 of Eric Baldacini. There is Brad Sweet coming across the line as Landon Crawley is hovering around the rear bumper of Rico Abreu down the front straightaway. Abreu runs the middle. Crawley goes a little bit lower on the racetrack, down on the bottom. Not able to build up any speed, any momentum to close in on the shoprico.com number 24. That time by across the line. 5 laps completed and 3 to go for Brad Sweet, looking to make the dash once again here tonight at the All-In Championship Weekend presented by Bikini Zone. 2 laps to go this time by for the Big Cat. Crawley still within 3 car lengths of Abreu as they roll back into turn 1. Danny Sams and Austin Mundy, they are getting relatively close as they head down to that first corner. Here's the white flag, 1 lap to go for Brad Sweet. Sweet has been moving his car around the racetrack here throughout this heat race, trying to find some different places, maybe with some grip. And they're going to come off of turn number 4. This time by TJ Ford's heat race 1 is in the books, and it goes to Brad Sweet. 2nd to Cy Lynch, 3rd Rico Abreu, 4th goes to Landon Crawley, and 5th will be Aaron Reitzel. Your results from heat race number 1. Brad Sweet gets the win, and he'll go to the dash. Cy Lynch 2nd, Rico Abreu 3rd. He will also go to the dash. Landon Crawley, Aaron Reitzel, Ayrton Jennison, Danny Sams, Austin Mundy, and Eric Baldacini. The finishing results in this one. Ayrton Jennison going to stop on the front straightaway after heat race number 1. Finishes up in the P6 position with that Bernie brand hot sauce new paint scheme on the side of the race car. Tony Laporte is going to talk to him.
Ayrton Jennison driving so fast like he just had a whole bottle of Bernie's brand hot sauce. I told him I'd say that if we got to talk to him here on the front straightaway. The Missouri native's going to pop off the helmet. And yeah, Ayrton, what's your favorite flavor of Bernie brand hot sauce? Tell me, we're dying to know.
I like the jalapeno one on my eggs, but the honey bonnet's pretty good too. I put that on my mac and cheese today, so.
All right, well, don't have any of that before you get in the car, okay?
Probably wouldn't be a good idea, but we'll save it for later.
All right, that's Ayrton Jennison finishing 6th in heat race number 1 here tonight. Get a good looking shot of that race car, folks, because that thing is cool looking. It's just not cool tasting. It's very hot tasting, in fact.
That is true, Tony, as we found out earlier on in the show. As we now roll into heat race number 2, presented by DMI Racing Components. Here is the lineup for this one. On the pole, it's the defending winner of this race from Myerstown, Pennsylvania. The M&M Painting and Construction, McGrew Equipment Auctions, Bass Paint, Livewire Customs, number 19. It's Brent Marks. And it was outside out of Rio Linda, California. The El Toro Building Supply, Desert Rose Casino, Smith Titanium, BC Motorsports, number 11 of Roger Crockett. Starting 3rd from Altoona, Iowa, the Country Builders Construction, Ochoco West, Bosma Family Farms, Tucker Trucking, number 88W, it's Austin McCarl, and it was outside last night's 2nd place finisher from Owasso, Oklahoma, the Interstate Batteries, Glendale Station, Jetco, Kreitz Auto Track Parts 69K of Darren Pittman. Starting 5th from Locust Grove, Oklahoma, the Pella, Avanti Windows and Doors, Big Spring Car Wash, Water Treatment by Design, Juniata Concrete, number 13, Dason Pursley, and it was outside from Sand Springs, Oklahoma, the Beaver Drill and Tools, Saw Drill Manufacturing, Bleeding Disorders of the Heartland, Beaver Racing Project 12X, Hank Davis, and your 7th starter is from Waco, Texas, the All By Your Alternative, Infamous Inc., Bush's Chicken, Flat Rock Ranch, Trex Decking, number 9 of Chase Randall, and the final starter from El Paso, Texas, in the Taco Casa, Messi Valley Transportation, Burkham Contracting, Ryder Racing Engines, number J2, John Carney II. That's the lineup in DMI Race Components Heat Race number 2. Tyler, I think the track might be even better than it was last night at this point.
It's shaping up to be. It's still just a little bit slimy on the bottom where we would really like to see it, but I think we'll get that ran in before the feature, and we should be in for a great show for $50,000 to win.
Oh, no doubt about that. The guy that won it last year will roll from the pole in this one. Brent Marks next to Roger Crockett, who had a solid night here yesterday, +6 in the feature for the Rocket, and Crockett around the outside is going to have the lead across the line. He'll drag Darren Pittman with him into the second position.
Looks like Darren really wants to get the ace in the hole here.
And he's looking to do it down the back straightaway. Darren Pittman's been on the pole every race at Texas with high limit around the outside. He's going to take the lead down the front straightaway. Darren Pittman to the lead, and he's looking to grab the final ace in the hole of 2025 with Kubota High Limit Racing. Roger Crockett in second. Brent Marks is in third. Then it's Hank Davis and Austin McCarl. Back behind, a good 3-car battle going on between Chase Randall, John Carney, and Dason Pursley. Pursley around the outside trying to concoct a plan to make his way by the number J2 in turn number 2. Cannot make the pass there. Pursley struggling up on the top side of the racetrack as the middle still appears to be the best groove, as these guys are all making their way about the same place on the racetrack, but it's all about Darren Pittman trying to start on the pole at Texas for the 4th time in a row.
And I think this just shows you how hungry he is to try and win the feature. He's tired of running second, and he's putting himself at the best spot. If he pulls off this win, he's going to be on the pole of the dash.
On the pole every race at Texas in October for Pittman. He's led laps in every race and then second in every single event. Comes across the line in dominating fashion with 3 laps to go. Roger Crockett, who got a great start to this one, is sitting in the 2nd spot. Brent Marks 3rd. Hank Davis 4th, and Austin McCarl still in the top 5. Most drivers relatively spread out around the racetrack right now as Pittman comes across the line with the race lead. 2 laps to go for the Kreitz Racing 69K. No question about it. Tyler mentioned it. Darren is hungry to get to high limit victory lane for the first time in his career. Would be his first national win since 2020 as he takes the white flag and heads down the back straightaway for the final time. Into turns 3 and 4, it will be the bright green Interstate Battery 69K going to the win in heat race number 2. Roger Crockett 2nd, Brent Marks 3rd, Hank Davis 4th, and Austin McCarl in 5th. Well, race fans, how about that drive from 4th to the win? It's the ace in the hole for Darren Pittman. He'll be on the pole of tonight's dash with that victory. Roger Crockett 2nd, Brent Marks 3rd, Hank Davis 4th, and Austin McCarl, Chase Randall, John Carney, and Dason Pursley. Finishing results in that one. Roger Crockett appears to be making his way towards the front straightaway for a heat race interview, as Crockett led briefly here in this one before Pittman able to pick his pocket around the outside and take that lead away. Crockett, with less than 24-10 starts this year, had a solid finish here last night. He went from 20th and ended up in the 14th spot. He'll now talk to Tony Laporta after a 2nd place result.
Yeah, it's always great to have Roger Crockett in the seat. It's even better to have him in the seat at one of your races. Rocket Designs makes High Limits trophies look so good all season long, but you look pretty good behind the wheel of a race car. Roger, tell me you're having some fun right now.
Yeah, definitely always appreciate the love from TLP here. Yeah, the car's handling really good. I got to give a shout out to El Toro Building Supply. Helped us out a lot for the rest of the season, honestly. And, you know, Smith Titanium, BC Motorsports, Ryder Racing Engines, we got this thing ripping now. Yeah, I wish I could race more and compete with these guys more often, but we're definitely having a good time and happy to be, you know, starting up front tonight.
Hey, bring that trophy-making business on the road and come race with us full-time next year. You just heard it, folks. Roger Crockett, he's going to be a high roller in 2026. Chase, put it on the whiteboard.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's what he said or not, Tony, but we'll take it for what it's worth. There is Crockett. A great run there in that one. Final heat race of the night presented by BR Motorsports. Here is the lineup. On the pole, he is from Aromas, California. And the Four Cs Construction, Entree Plumbing, Syncal, S&J Lumber, Tally, Sander Engineer number 14, it's Justin Sanders. And to his outside from Lubbock, Texas, in the Horizon Whiskey, Nice Cretan Landis, ShopTruckParts.com, PhilPools.com, High Performance Lubricants number 5, it's Brenham Crouch. Starting in 3rd from Minden, Nevada. Behind the wheel, the JST Motorsports, the Ritual, Smith Titanium Factory Cane, Maximo Racing Oils number 88, Tanner Thorson. And starting from 4th, it's last night's 3rd place finisher from Fresno, California, the NOS Energy Drink, Spire Motorsports, Elliott's Custom Trailers and Carts, Brand Professional Agriculture, Gainbridge, number 7 BC, Hot Sauce, Giovanni Selzy. Starting 5th from St. Mary's, New South Wales, Australia, the Excel Compression, One Man and a Dog Lawn Care, Micah Tool by American Oil, number 2 B. Ian Manson, and to his outside from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, and the Hample Oil, Joel Pigeon Trucking, Raw Machinery, CP Mining and Excavating, number 10, Ryan Timms. Your 7th starter is from Monrovia, Indiana, in the Skagit Speedway, Race Redeem Foundation, Ford Performance, Hager Realty, Rudy Management, 26, Justin Peck, and the final starter from Caddo Mills, Texas, in the Texas Racing Specialties, Pickle Me Salsa, Jones Jet Services, Noah Jones Racing, number 4X, Heath Nestrick. It's BR Motorsports Heat Race number 3, and it's coming to green this time by with Sanders and Crouch up on the front row. Sanders made his Texas Motor Speedway debut here last night, finished up 9th in the feature event, with Brenham Crouch trying to end things off on a high note with CJB Motorsports here this evening in his home state of Texas. Green flag is out. We're underway. Sanders will get the first call into turn number 1 with the lead as Crouch took a shot at him in turn 2. Couldn't make it happen. Washes up the racetrack. Opens up the inside for Giovanni Selzy. Crouch slams the door in his face in turn number 3. They're 3 wide. Oh, car on the wall. Upside down. Big time in turn 3. Heath Nestrick. The car upside down is Heath Nestrick in car number 4X out of Caddo Mills, Texas. Made his high limit racing debut here last night. Unfortunately, was unable to put it in the show, but Tyler, you could see the wall in turn 3 where he got into it there, and you could see where he ended up. It was a long ride there.
A big ride for him there. That's you hate to see that happen, but he is climbing out, and that's the good news.
Yep, so you heard it there from Tyler. Heath Nestrick out of the car in turn number 3. The driver walking away under his own power. Heath Nestrick tonight making just his 4th 410 start of the 2025 season. The other 3, 1 was last night and 2 at the Knoxville Nationals. And we got a replay coming up here on FloRacing from the speed shot on the front straightaway. You'll see it at the top side of your screen. And Nestrick, it's hard to tell what happened before that.
I think he just got in there a little higher than he wanted to be, and it sucked him in. He tried throttling it up, but he was already at the wall at that point.
And in a shower of sparks, the car comes to rest in the middle of 3 and 4. Tony Laporta, sounds like you've caught up with Heath Nestrick.
Yeah, he's up and out of the car, like Tyler Courtney said. Heath, first of all, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
What happened from your point of view?
We got in there and hit a lot of dirty air and just went towards the wall. So.
Glad you're okay.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, that's Heath Nestrick. And the car, definitely a lot of top wing damage, guys, but stuff knocked off back in the rear and the front suspension, it looks like. So they're going to get this thing back to the pit area to evaluate it a little bit more closely.
Thank you very much, Tony. Good to see that Heath Nestrick is okay. Nestrick does not run a whole lot of sprint car races throughout the year. As I mentioned moments ago, before that interview, just his 4th 410 start of the year. Last season did have a 305 15th place run here at the Texas Motor Speedway dirt track with the Oil Capital Racing Series that primarily runs in the Oklahoma area. Best finish from 2024 was a 7th place result at the Grayson County Speedway here in Texas. That was also behind the wheel of a 305 sprint car. And so Nestrick's machine is going to be headed off on the hook. It's been a tough weekend for Nestrick. Tyler, he blew 2 trailer tires on the way here yesterday, and now, unfortunately, his car is in shambles.
Definitely not the weekend he wanted, but like we've noted, he climbed out of the race car, no injuries that we could see, obviously. He's obviously very dejected, and it's definitely frustrating to tear up your race car at any point during the night, but maybe they got enough parts back there to put it back together and get him back out.
We'll have to wait and see if that is going to be the case or not for Nestrick, as he's taken the ride back over to the pit area located behind the back straightaway here at the Texas Motor Speedway dirt track. We do have the rest of the cars refiring now. The leader of the race on your screen there, Justin Sanders. Brenham Crouch in 2nd. Tanner Thorson 3rd and Giovanni Selzy 4th, but we did not get a lap completed there in this race, so will be a complete restart upcoming. Then Madsen, Timms, Pack. Those will be the 7 cars left on the racetrack here, and wait and see how it all turns out here as the pace truck presented by Hendrick Cars is on the back straightaway. For those of you watching home on FloRacing, maybe those of you here in the grandstands tonight as well at the Texas Motor Speedway, wanted to mention as well, we've got tickets on sale for the first couple of races in 2026. They're available on the website right now. We'll be going to Las Vegas. We'll be going to Central Arizona Raceway as well. So make sure to go check those out. And they are at a discounted price from right now until December 31st. So if you'd like to kick off the season with High Limit Racing in either Vegas or Central Arizona, make sure to get those tickets by going to highlimitracing.com and going on there and get a discounted rate. That is up until December 31st of 2025. Lights out on top of the HendrickCars.com pace truck will come to the green. The chalk stripe in turn number 4. Sanders, Crouch, Thorson, Selzy, Madsen, Timms, and Peck. The 7 cars remaining on the speedway. Green lights come back on. We're back underway, and Crouch gets a good start this time. He'll poke the nose of the inside, tries a slider. That was close in turn 2. Crouch way up the racetrack, going to get 2 positions. Loses one to Giovanni Selzy, might lose another one to Ryan Timms. And indeed he does, and Crouch went for it there, Tyler, and it did not pay off.
You're going for the dash, and the bottom of the racetrack just wasn't quite ready for Brenham to make a move like that, but all the credit for him trying there.
Yeah, dazzling maneuver there from Crouch that did not work out for him, as now he's challenged down low by Ian Madsen. Around the outside comes Tanner Thorson. He'll get by the number 2 bead car off of turn number 4, now closing in on Crouch into turn number 1. Crouch tries to run the middle. Tanner Thorson around the outside. He's still in the back pocket of Crouch as they head back into the 3rd corner. Up front, it's all about Justin Sanders, who's taken a liking to Texas Motor Speedway here, his 2nd night out, looking to make the dash. He's got Giovanni Selzy sitting in 2nd, Ryan Timms 3rd, Crouch 4th, and Tanner Thorson 5th, as Thorson made a mistake off the 2nd corner there, almost allowed Ian Madsen to pull up next to him down the back straightaway, but Thorson still maintains that 5th position. 4 laps completed and 4 to go in the BR Motorsports heat race, as Justin Sanders, nice and smooth right through the middle portion of the racetrack. He's looking
Super Sub trying to end his year on a high note as well. Obviously had a great season filling in and running his own car at the same time, but it's been a crazy year for him.
I'm not sure if there's ever been a better Super Sub than that of Justin Sanders. We've seen him do it with 2 different cars this year. He did it in the Macri Motorsports 39M a few years ago as well. And Sanders is just accustomed to that. Well, he's got a T-shirt out right now that says Super Sub on it, as he's coming to the wave of the white flag, this time by in BR Motorsports heat race number 3. Gio not close enough to try and make a bid for the ace in the hole, but still going to make the dash. We're coming to the checkered this time, and it will be the 14 of Justin Sanders with the final heat race victory of the 2025 season. Selzy 2nd, 3rd to Timms, 4th to Crouch, and 5th goes to Thorson. There are your results from heat race number 3. It is Justin Sanders getting the victory. 2nd to Giovanni Selzy, 3rd Ryan Timms, 4th Brenham Crouch, 5th Tanner Thorson, 6th Ian Madsen, 7th Justin Peck, and credited with the 8th spot, it is the 4X of Heath Nestrick. Those drivers will make their way through the tunnel back out there to the pit area and make final adjustments for either the feature or the dash, which will be coming up after this break on FloRacing, along with the roulette spin wheel to find out who starts where in that FK Roddins dash. Plenty more action left to come here on FloRacing.
I'm Justin Peck, and you're watching Kubota High Limit Racing on FloRacing.
When it comes to magneto ignition performance, there's only one name that you can trust, and that's BR Motorsports Ignitioneering. Servicing the racing industry for over 30 years, our state-of-the-art Magneto Dyno Test Lab facility is equipped with the most technically advanced equipment available. And that's why crew chiefs like Paul Silva and Philip Dietz choose BR for all their ignition needs. To learn more, visit us at brpromag.com.
Rod End Supply is involved with a variety of motorsports as well as industrial applications with many different types of products. Since 1989, Rod End Supply has provided superior products priced competitively. Whether you're racing at the circle track or drag strip, rock climbing, or going off-road, Rod End Supply has an assortment of rod ends, radius rods, and specialty products to keep your equipment moving. Rod End Supply's experienced staff is ready and willing to help you with your needs. Their promise is to continue to provide a superior product with superior service so you can stay in front of the field no matter what it is. To learn more, go to rodendsupply.com.
Brian lived a lifetime of moments in those 27 years. Through his death, the lives that are being saved because of that one decision has just been incredible. And that's all I wanted for Brian and I was more time. And through Brian's gift, here Dan gets to have that with his daughters. You know, as a dad, I was proud of that as much as I was of the racing accomplishments.
Be a hero. Save a life. Say yes to organ donation.
Introducing the My Kubota app. With My Kubota, connecting with your local dealer is easier than ever. Find them with just a tap and contact them quickly for any assistance you need. Access comprehensive resources like how-to guides, owner's manuals, fault codes, maintenance schedules, and more. Everything you need to keep your Kubota running smoothly. Download the app today.
Zimmer Kubota is excited to be a part of this high-octane race weekend. Family-owned and operated for over 40 years, Zimmer Kubota has been delivering trusted service, dependable equipment, and strong community values across North Texas. From horsepower on the dirt track to horsepower on the job site, Zimmer Kubota is here to keep you running strong. Stop by any of our 6 locations or visit us at zktractor.com. It is now time for the roulette redraw spin wheel to find out who starts where in the FK Rod-Ins Dash. And Tony Laporta, we've got a special sponsor tonight for the redraw wheel and the question.
Chase, we had a special sponsor for the redraw wheel and the question last night. You should have tuned in live on FloRacing. It was a really fun afternoon and evening of racing. Livewire Customs brings us the hot seat question tonight, just like they did last night. Sean Reed is here from Livewire Customs. Sean, first of all, how the heck are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful, sir. Down here with Mr. Laporta, with all these awesome High Limit fans, we're going to have a good time tonight.
Hey, we got a great looking crowd. Texas Motor Speedway, what do you say? Talk to us down here, how about it? Good looking crowd, good sounding crowd. Now, Sean, you don't just own Livewire Customs, you have a unique relationship to the sport. You've got a number 19 on your chest. Tell us how you're tied in with all this.
We do sponsor the number 19 Murray Marks of the Murray Marks Motorsport, Brent Marks, and he is my son-in-law.
All right, see, there we go. Now we got the good stuff out of the way. So, hey, all I've been hearing about from Kendra Jacobs and everybody involved with the banquet is Livewire Customs is taking care of us, and the banquet venue is going to look so cool.